Hello, today I'd like to show you how we process documents with ABBYY FlexiCapture. ABBYY FlexiCapture is an OCR tool, so its expertise is around extracting information from documents. Now, there are a number of ways to get procedures or other documents into the software. The software can monitor a hot folder. You can let the software monitor an email box. You can scan documents directly into the software. You can take a picture of documents and throw them into the software. And lastly, we have a web service, API, that allows you to pass documents into the software. Once documents are retrieved by the software performs a step called recognition. And recognition is where the software says, okay, what kind of document is this? And what fields do I want to extract off of this document? And so I've done that with a procedure for you today. And what you see on my screen is what we call our queue screen. This is where a human comes to review the results of what we've extracted. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to dive into our queue, and you'll see here that I have a procedure. On this procedure, the software has recognized these fields that you can see here on the left, and on the right is a copy of this actual document. Now, the cool part about this project is that we can use this cover page to really tell us a lot about what document, what procedure we're specifically looking at. We can extract information, whether it be organization or even something as important as a unit that we're referring to perform some comparison downstream. But our goal at this step is to make sure that we're extracting that information with a very high level of what we call confidence. That confidence level is kind of a term that we use in the OCR to make sure that we're very, very confident of our accuracy. So for this demo, I've extracted some information off of our cover sheet, which tells us a lot of information that we need to relate, not just the procedure, but maybe some staffing behind the scenes and potentially using something like Office 365 logic to determine who an engineer was or the approver was. And also we can extract things like equipment details. So on these steps, if there's equipment that is referenced from a specific unit or for a specific part number, our goal in this project is that we can find those instances and extract them and store them downstream. Okay, so what you see here is really what the software's done to extract those details for us. The next step that I will do is I will hit close the task. When I close the task, which I'm not going to do quite yet, the software will export that data to a database. And the cool part about that is now we have that data captured and we have it stored into a database where we can perform all sorts of business logic around that data, whether it's comparing that data to our master equipment list or performing some sort of database system check to make sure that this information is properly referenced in this document. So what I'm going to do next is hit the close task button. When I do that, the software is going to export that document into tables. In this case, I have a procedure table, which is kind of the header, right? That's the header table of where the data will go. And then I have an equipment list table down below, which is where all of the equipment part numbers and its reference data is also stored. And once we get into the database, now we have the ability to manipulate, perform comparisons, potentially create some additional procedures and uniform this data across our different procedures that we have.